I actually jumped at the opportunity to come along tonight and to moderate because I'm a parent of 2 Generation Zers, I think I can call them that. They're only little, 5 and 8, I've got a long way to go. But probably like a lot of you in the room here, I'm craving for information on how I can manage and what I can do and how I can basically guide my 2 children through the next 15 years and beyond. I think parenting is one of those things that we make up as we go along, and you hope that you're doing okay, and you sort of look at them every day and think, all right, so far so good. But there is so much ahead of them, and there are so many things ahead of them that I've got no idea how to deal with. You know, things that weren't around when I was young, without wanting to completely give away my age. But, you know, we didn't have mobile phones when I was a teenager. We didn't even have the internet when I was a teenager. So cyberbullying was something I thought was in Star Wars. I mean, I've got no idea. That's a whole world out there that I personally have never encountered and have no idea how I will manage it when we get to it. I knew a few of the boys that went to the other school down the road and smoked a bit of pot. That was about as wild as it got. I had a couple of Bacardi Breezes, I think. That was pretty exciting. I think the fact that I knew all the words to Boy George's Karma Chameleon and had a crush on George Michael before he got sprung in the dunny and forced out of the closet was about as wild as I got in my teenage years. So I'm a little bit nervous about what my children are going to be facing in the year 2000s and beyond. Tonight we are going to hear from an array of experts. They really are incredible. Their knowledge is far-reaching, their experience is even more so, which is, I think, really where it counts. We're going to talk about all sorts of things from managing bullying, drugs and alcohol, sex, and protecting our children physically and emotionally, which I think is so very important. Hopefully we'll all go home tonight a little wiser, armed with a bit of knowledge that can help all of us tackle some of those issues and guide our children to the life that we want them to follow, the path that we want them to go down. Now, as Ramesh said, there'll be a chance a little bit later on to put some questions to our panel of experts, so you'll be able to submit those and I'll read them out for you. Ramesh is going to be the keeper of the time, so we'll have all of them up here for a chat so we can cover as many things as possible. I would like to introduce you now to our first speaker of the evening. He's a lovely man. I've come to know him on Sunrise and I think he's wonderful. Everything he agrees with, I sit there, everything he says, I sit there nodding, agreeing with, going, yeah, that makes so much sense. So I don't know about you, but I like to hear someone that just makes sense, says it like it is. None of this sort of, you know, mamby-pamby, hullabaloo psychology speak that means nothing. His name is Dr. Michael Carr-Gregg. He is one of Australia's highest profile psychologists. After 7 years as an associate professor in the Department of Paediatrics at the University of Melbourne, Michael now runs a successful private practice in Melbourne. He's married, he has 2 boys, so he knows what he's talking about. He's the author of 5 best-selling books on adolescence and a founding member of the National Centre Against Bullying. He is also an official ambassador for the National Depression Initiative Beyond Blue, Reach Out, Livewire, as well as Mind Matters. So he obviously has a lot of spare time. He's also a regular on Sunrise, and for that we're very, very grateful. And he supports Hawthorn, just thought I'd throw that in. So if you can please, a very warm welcome for Dr. Michael Carr-Gregg. Our next guest is Susan McLean. Now, Susan is Australia's foremost expert in the area of cyber safety and young people and was a member of the Victorian Police Force for 27 years. She's widely known as the Cyber Cop, and she was the first Victoria police officer appointed to a position involving cyber safety and young people. A couple of years ago, in 2006, she travelled to the United States where she took an advanced study in the area of cyber safety, completing courses available to the FBI and other specialised law enforcement agencies. And she now consults on cyber safety to a wide range of organisations, including governments, schools, elite sporting bodies, corporations, and health practitioners. Our next topic tonight is the topic of sex and violence in the media. Julie Gale is a comedy writer and performer and has performed one-woman shows at the Melbourne International Comedy Festival. Now, she's the founder of Kids Free to Be Kids and is actively involved in raising public, corporate and political awareness about the sexualisation of children. She's appeared on TV, radio and newspaper articles right throughout the country and internationally. And she recently received a Leadership Achievement Award from the Australian Centre for Leadership for Women. So ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Julie Gale. Now, Paul has been working in the area of drug education for the past 25 years and continues to work with young people and their families right across the country. He's recently published a book, Teenagers, Alcohol and Drugs, and he's regarded as a key social commentator in Australia and has appeared on a wide range of TV programs, including Sunrise, of which we're very grateful. Can you please put your hands together? A warm welcome, Paul Dillon. She has a radio show on 3AW. She's very passionate about patient and community issues and is active in health policy and education at many, many levels. She's also a mum and she's got 2 cats. She's told me here. So can you please welcome Dr. Sally Coburn. Thank you all so much. You're amazing. Talk about the bell curve earlier. I felt like it was a bell curve of fear and confidence and everything. One minute I thought, oh my God, I can't do this. Why have I been given children? And then the next minute I thought, yes. So you've all been absolutely fantastic. Thank you so very, very much.
Her involvement